If you bought that much stuff, it didn't come to my house.
No, it didn't.
Don't speak to each other.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was speaking to you, ma'am. I'm sorry.
This was paid for by a gift card.
Mm-hmm.
Whose gift card?
The gift card she gave me.
So she paid for all this merchandise. She
With the gift
paid.
card. Yes.
She paid for all this merchandise.
Absolutely.
And you left, just a second.
Out
and
of
you
the
left it to her.
$5,800.
I want to know how much, not gift card that is in here. I want to know how much she gave you in cash.
$3,500.
And I want to know what you did for the $3,500.
Tore all of the siding down. Replaced two walls.
Did you put up the siding?
No. She fired me prior to that.
Okay. What else did you do?
Tore all of the siding down.
Just a second. How many days did you work at pulling all the siding down?
3, maybe? Something to that effect?
No.
2, 3 days?
1 day, 2 days, or 3 days? Then I'm going to ask you which days. You should have that. You're the contractor. How many days did it take you to tear down the siding?
It was torn down in phases because you can't tear it all down at one time, then the house will get wet.
Did you put up any siding?
No. We were replacing walls.
Well, then, if you took down the siding in phases and you didn't put up any siding, that there was a time that you tore out all the siding.
The
and all
pictures that you see with nothing but insulation, there's no walls there. On the other side of that insulation is the inside of her house. We tear this siding off, we tear this part of the sheeting off,
He
we
only
resheet
tore
it.
half the house down. Your Honor, he only tore half the siding off the house, not the whole house. Only one side.
That didn't help her cause. I mean, if you were paying half
just
attention
wanted to let you
and
know.
if you had half a brain, you would know that that didn't help her. What you just said didn't help her. Didn't really hurt her, but it didn't help her. Sit up.
I got a bad back. It
Sit.
hurts.
Then you can stand outside.
No, I take the pain.
Who finished the house for you?
Anthony Perkins and some of the neighbors
Just a
at the
second.
trailer
Are
park.
you talking about this man, Anthony Perkins?
Yes, ma'am.
The one with the bad back who can't sit up?
He
No,
informed...
just a second. The
He
one
did-
with the bad back that can't sit up. Is
He
that
did
what you're
not-
telling me?
He didn't do the physical labor, ma'am. It's the neighbors, and I have pictures up there of other people that I had and paid them in installments to do it.
Very good.
He was telling them what to do.
Very good. Listen, I'm about finished with this case. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. You paid him $3,500 in cash?
35 in cash and 23
Very
in
good.
gift cards.
Very, very good. And how many days did you work there, Mr. Joyner? You
2 weeks.
worked there. 2 weeks.
Me and 3 other men.
How many days did Mr. Joyner work there?
I wasn't present. He was living in the trailer. That's why he was there. And he was only there maybe 2 or 3 days. And his stepson, which is his name is Jimmy, I think he was maybe there 4 or 5 days.
Okay, fine. Well, they were there, and,
And
they
they-
did in
but-
fact perform. And they did in fact perform some work. So you
They
don't
did
get.
do some
so
work,
you don't
yes,
get.
ma'am.
Yeah, they did do some work, and it's very hard for me to gauge how much. But since you don't have a bill from anybody for completing the work, I'm going to award you
Oh,
$1,000
I do have the bills.
for somebody to complete the work. I said, who
yeah.
completed the work? You said Jimmy, who was living there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And
I'm sorry.
neighbors.
I'm so sorry. Here is the bills for the siding.
Well, you didn't pay him for the side. I want to know how much you paid somebody to complete the work.
I paid I forget exactly. I'm sorry. $950 labor, and I paid almost $2,000 total for the material for the siding, and I have receipts.
Did you supply any siding?
No.
Oh, good, then you... Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $2,500. We're finished. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.